Oh, nice to see you all. So please feel free if there's anything you like to share, if there's anything you like to explore, or just hang out one-to-one in this field, please feel free. Nothing needs to be said, but you're so welcome to speak.
Hi, Meike. I would love to connect.
Hey, Judith,
Hi.
with pleasure.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I'm still hanging in here, and the intensity and the emotional layers continuing. And I just would love to be in there together and see what it shows like that.
Yeah, with pleasure. So beautiful to sit with you, Judith.
In what way? What do you sense or feel?
Oh, it's just easy. It's no movement away, it's just present, it's just here. I feel very connected.
Yes, I feel that too.
Yeah.
And I can't say that I'm really moving through so much intensity.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So
intense times, Judith. It's for a lot of us very, very intense right now.
Yeah.
So we don't know if it's personal, if it's impersonal, if it's both.
Yeah.
So much.
As far as I see, because sometimes I have emotional outbursts and very intense and not understanding myself anymore, like what's going on. So somehow and it is so good then to connect again, be together.
Be together, yes.
Yeah. So, and for example, yesterday I had really a strong clash with Maarten again, and I hardened so much, and it's so painful for my whole system that this hardening is happening so severe. And and the only thing I could do this morning was to apologize that it happened.
Oh, how wonderful.
You know.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, we have no clue in the end where it all comes from, why these emotions come, why they come now, why they show up with our beloveds. In the end, we have no clue, but just, maybe a bit of gentleness and softness with ourselves and our partners.
Yeah, and actually it's finding back over and over again because I'm not gentle at all. In the pattern I'm not gentle. In the pattern when it happens, and somehow the buttons are touched.
When there's emotion, the body is in survival mode. It is only busy with survival.
That's true.
Can't see anything, it can't see a friend, it can't see an enemy, it is just busy with surviving. And the emotion is actually, trying to get away from that terrible threat. It wants to get away from that. So, the gentleness can only come in after, whenever it's seen.
And it's interesting because I wish I could consciously experience that I feel threatened, but that's not how or that's somehow unconscious that the system feels threatened. So it has all kinds of reactions, and if I could stay or feel into from, wow, I actually feel threatened, there I could also be vulnerable. But I can't, so I
only
get angry,
after.
And
only after, only after. Only when it's over the peak. Whenever it's noticed, that's the first moment where something else can happen. Where actually gentleness can happen. Whenever it sees, oh wow, there's actually a organization that is out of everything. It's so upset. It's so upset. And it doesn't know what to do other than scream, kick.
Yeah, that's it actually.
Yeah. And what it's longing for is, at least in my experience, that somebody shows up that does not move. that does not get involved. So that it can spin and run its little thing and then, now are you ready now to come into my arms?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, and at that moment, Martin can't be the one because I also accuse him, you know. It's like,
you
man,
know,
horrible.
there you're a perfect match. You're a perfect match. You know, systems find exactly that perfect match that hooks in and plays the same game from the other side. Until it doesn't. It's for all of us the same.
Until it doesn't. Oh my God. When will that ever happen?
When everything is being received, when there's no running anywhere, when there's enough of us that can be present. So that it doesn't matter if you shout at me or kick at me when I'm sitting here and I totally, fully understand what you're going through and I feel with you. That's all it wants.
That's true. That's all it wants.
And you know, the funny thing is, it seems it's endless.
That's definitely so, yeah.
We all know that. I mean,
damn.
Damn, yeah, there it is. But then now, you know, it's like, it doesn't do anything to the love flow or the connection you have with Martin. And the other way around too. It's nothing serious. It's nothing serious.
Yeah. I wish I wish that I really could see that it's not serious.
Have a look.
In that moment, I really can't.
Now, in that moment, it's not possible.
Now.
Only when it's possible. In that moment, we can't, because all the chemicals are activated and running and triggering, and it's not possible.
So what I found interesting that I can't. It would be so wonderful if I could catch that I feel threatened, and that I until now not come to that point.
Yeah.
So and what starts to happen is that I actually am quite good then to come from my subpersonality, the alertness, and that is watching and seeing and analyzing everything and having an opinion, and that isn't right and that isn't right, and so it's that circle that I move into, and I can't come to the place of more vulnerability and just feel, oh Martha, I feel so threatened, because that would directly change the whole dynamic. If I could do that.
So, Judith, is there any attempt to want it to be different than it is? Yeah.
Yes.
So what's the cost?
And I can say a little bit specifically is.
But what is the cost? Let's just have
the cost is this. The cost is that I start to fight.
Absolutely. So let's see if we can invite a little bit of gentleness here. Letting that system know that is in that, when it's in that spin, just from here, right now. Let's just see if we can let it know that it's okay the way it is. It doesn't have to change. Just in this moment. We don't know what happens later. We have no clue. But just in this moment, can we let it know that it's all right the way it is? It needs to do it exactly the way it does. And that's okay.
Yeah, that's quite difficult because...
Good.
Yeah, it's actually... Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, let's meet that where it's difficult.
I can't... I actually don't... I found that I had to be the capacity to let it be as it is, but I do resist the situation as it is. I really have. And perhaps I had to say a little bit. It is actually going about Reni, the ex from Maarten. And there is accumulation happening for me that it is sitting until here for me. And that is her interfering with support questions towards Maarten on all different levels. And coming in with the texts and on every moment of the day, of the evening or the weekends. And Maarten, he actually also done one, but doesn't give a strong border, like not now, or so I don't feel protected in that sense. And he is always getting involved and still supporting on all levels. And okay, and somehow I'm on a point that I really resisted. I basically, from my instincts, I fucking don't want her in my life like that, so strongly. And I see, of course, that is not working at all, because then I resist what is. But it feels like I need to bother myself there somehow.
Okay. So can we just honor for one moment that there's something in the system that really doesn't want that situation?
Yeah.
Let's just honor that for a moment.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay not to want it. Does that go in? Yeah. And is that something that you know? Is that a theme that goes through your life, or that you know from other times in your life too? Or is that new?
Yeah. My sense is indeed that somehow that the dividing of attention, which has of course happened as a twin, very early, and and I must also say in this relationship between Maarten and Reni, I feel an entanglement. And there is an entanglement that is not seen, but actually everything that I go a little bit in that direction, I get only resistance from Maarten.
Of course.
Everything is pushed out, and I had to look at my own patterns, and it has nothing to do with him. And so there is no way, only that I feel abandoned or left out.
Okay, so there it goes. Feeling abandoned, left out.
Yeah, and in my relationship with Karin, there was a very strong bondage with my mother and Karin.
Okay.
So there I really felt I don't know what to do with outsider. I'm an outsider in that relationship between my mother and my twin sister.
Well, how wonderful to see that, Judith. So there you can see somehow it creates similar situations.
Yeah.
And with Maarten, do you feel welcomed in his life?
Yeah, I feel welcomed, but I also see that there is a pattern of avoidant attachment in Maarten. So there's something that moves away, like into the television, into the, and there I feel also left out.
Okay, so there you feel also left out. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your system longing for?
Connection.
What does
very simple. And also because already in my relationship with Martin, I so often miss time and space by a very active and work life. Mm-hmm. So there is already so little time and space. And by his losing his energy in all his work, in the evenings there's not so much energy left, of course. And I do understand, that he needs time to space out. And I give him that space to watch television. Because I also need a depth of connection. That's actually my need, that there is a depth of connection. Not only the superficial, where we can move easily, but I need the depth.
And is it possible to get that in your being together?
That's not so easy. For the first time since years, I found that we had a good holiday season now around Christmas. And that is for the first time since a very, very, very long time that there was more space together and more walking slowly, easy in being. And each can do its things, but the fact that there's more time, that we are in the same space. That was for me very satisfying.
Fantastic.
But,
so it's possible sometimes.
So then I know it's possible, and I know what we can have if we are together in more quiet space. But I also see how quick the tendency and the patterns are running when the daily life starts again.
So that's fantastic. So you see it all. It's very clear. So I'm curious if you have explored, or if we can explore, what happens in your so-called your system when it doesn't feel connected. What happens? So there's connection, and it's beautiful, and it's felt, and you cruise with Martin or with whoever, and then what happens? What happens
if the connection is not there together, or the connection with myself? Because it's always going back to the connection with myself.
Absolutely, it's the same, isn't it? In the end, it's the same.
I see that.
So what happens? What happens in your system? That it all of a sudden gets a sense of, wow, now we're not connected.
There is the feeling sense of separation.
There's a feeling sense of separation all of a sudden.
Yes. And then there is a very lonely child, so it can go to deep sense of loneliness. And also the sense, I need to connect with myself, so I need time and space to anyhow stay connected. If the connection is not there, then still I had to connect with me. So I take time to sit or to go into the felt sense and feel. but I also see that, and there is a survival strategy. Okay, then I do it myself, or I take care for myself. Then I do it alone. If it's not there, then I have to do it alone. And I have to take care for myself.
There is, I'm sensing a confusion.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like when I have to do it myself, then I don't need anybody, and then kind of, you know, okay, you can all do what you want, but you're still not in connection.
Yeah. That's true. And that happens also, but then I also can see when it takes a very long time that the connection is not happening, that the system
the felt sense. Because there is
always
connection.
But now when of course,
good. Good to be clear on that there is always connection.
There is always connection, but when I can't feel it in relating with Maarten, or he choose, let us say there is connection, but he choose for television instead of connection.
Let's just see
like that.
Let's just see what we mean by connection. Because can there be connection? You know, when somebody is watching
doing something
TV.
else. Yes, that's possible.
Yeah. So there is actually, the system wants something different.
Yeah. It wants a quality of attention.
It wants attention.
It wants a quality of attention where we can meet. And only the felt sense of there is connection, but there is no time for a real quality.
So it wants attention.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's different than connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me
too.
It's the quality of attention that I'm really longing for, because you can live together and each is doing their own thing. And yes, okay, there is connection, but it wants a depth of connection. It wants an attention in connection. Yeah.
It's like, oh, I want to play with you. Come.
Let's be together.
Yes, let's be together. Let's, whatever it is. Yeah. And then there is another system, you know, if he has worked all day long, wow, he wants to resource, feet up and nothing, you know. Which is totally understandable. So he, you know,
I do.
I guess I'm pretty sure he wants to play with you when he's resourced in himself, you know, of course.
Exactly.
What else did he want to do? Then he wants to be with you, but
then he wants to be with you. But it is when I had to wait for that to Christmas time, and then often with Christmas time. Last year he had a fight with a client, so Christmas time was gone. Then there is a Christmas time that he got ill. Then he was so tired that he could only sit on the couch and watching TV. So all those, so you know, it's and it's a bit like.
So understand. Totally.
And I do understand Maarten also. I understand both sides completely. You know? Oh my God.
Get it. Totally get it. Yeah. Totally get it. And then we get upset. It's like, you never want to play with me. we say it differently, but
we say it totally differently.
I still want to play with you, and you can't. Where are you? Is he doing his best?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
No doubt. Are you doing your best?
Yes.
Two
Me
beautiful beings, Judith.
Me too.
Yeah, two beautiful beings doing their best.
Mm-hmm.
Touches my heart in a very sweet way.
Mm.
God, these bodies go through such a struggle so very often, huh?
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. And all they want to do is play and hang in each other's arms and kiss and tickle each other, and
Yeah, and it all comes down to a little bit more time and space, huh? When there's so little time, so little space. Because it's not so difficult. I can see that when there is space and time, like it was now around Christmas time, then how easy it is to be together.
Yeah. When there's no tension and nobody is
when there's no tension and not the mind that is so occupied and more rest.
See, and there again, the moment our bodies come out of the survival mode and relax just a bit, then we can play. That's the only time we can't play when there's pulling everywhere and somebody wants to have this fixed and that, and it's just not really possible for most of us. So we just long for that moment where we can relax a bit and then we can play. So
then it can start to get more smoothie and more gentle.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, lots to play with. Lots of opportunities to be gentle towards the patterns. Yeah, every pattern that shows up. Oh God, when it can be received just for how it had to wire itself, how it had to create itself. And it's not pushed away, it's not judged. Oh, wow. It just melts right into your heart.
Yeah. Oh, and sometimes I can even feel so shameful that I see, shit, what am I doing,
Yeah. But there you can see, Judith, it's again from very early on when it did not get what it actually needed. It got a really weird impression of itself when it's in need as a young being, It can't do it itself yet. It's totally dependent on the caregiver. And when the caregiver, for whatever reason, is not in tune or can't really be there, it gives, we feel ashamed.
Mm-hmm.
We feel like we're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We're wrong for asking even. And then it goes on in our life. So there is nothing wrong, as I can see anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just so precious that it shows, and I just want to hold it in my arms. The devastating pain when the so-called other can't just be there. Yeah. So busy with everything else. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Being with that little one that's showing herself. So quick, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So quick.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's okay like this.
Yes. Thank you so much,
Oh,
Meike.
such a pleasure. Mm-hmm.
Ah, such a support. Very touched.
Oh.
Thank you. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you all for giving me the space.
Mm-hmm.
It's precious for me that I can have the time.
Yeah.
It is.
It's such a gift, Judith, because we all know this. Everyone that a little bit in different variation, you know. Yeah. It's wonderful that it comes. Yeah.
Thank you. I will mute myself again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Meike.
Hi, Esther. Hey, Esther.
Hi. Yeah, I just want to rest with you. I can tell a lot of stories about everything and how it works here, but I just want to rest with all the people around here where I can't escape from. And so, and I know my system is, I can feel it. It's not so much allowing people anymore. So sorry for that. I don't know how to change that, but so that's a part of everything. So it's just, I mean, I feel I just don't want to sit long with it. Just okay. And yeah, freaks me out with everything.
Oh, my sweetheart. Yeah. Yeah.
Sense of powerlessness and
Yeah. Yeah. Ah, nice. When you take a deep breath, I like that.
but yeah, it's only one wish I have. I just don't want to rebuild everything with anger again, you know. I just want to find another way.
How beautiful is that?
Yeah, but I can see I do the opposite.
You know, that happens automatically, doesn't it? And it speaks like I do it. It speaks like I do it.
Yeah.
If it was up to you, Esther, would you do it like this?
No, if I would do it different. Yeah.
Yeah. That's for all of us. If we could, we would do it differently. Each one of us. If we had control over this amazing existence of our bodies or these appearances, these forms, we would do it differently if we had a choice. So what we
feels
can,
as if I have a choice, and then it becomes like controlling everything.
It feels like that. And do you have the choice? Let's have a look at that again and again. I love this exploration because it fools us again and again. Each one of us. Every day we talk like that to each other, to ourselves, as if we had a choice in anything. Do we have a choice?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wish I had.
Yeah. Are you doing your best?
I don't know anymore if I do my best.
Then let me tell you, I know you're doing your best. Let me tell you, your deepest interest is peace. Peace and beyond. That's your deepest interest. And you struggle because your system doesn't allow that most of the time. And then you get caught up in it and you think you're in charge of it and you should be different. And then you beat yourself up because you're not different.
That's happening too then, you know. I get really angry on myself. And
See, there you go.
What I said, the whole spinning around is busy. So and it, you know, it's just all traumas what's mixed in, and
who knows what it is, huh? Who knows what it is in the end? But then we have these moments of coming together.
Yes.
There you are. There you peeked out for a moment. Yeah. And then we hold hands. Cry our tears of not having a choice and not knowing what to do and how to do it.
Sit with that anger and that and the killer. And
yes.
I was last week, 2 weeks ago, with Mother Mira, and then there was in me a little step to sit with all that frustration and anger, and then it was nice. It didn't have to go away, you know, before love could be there. So that was I said, man, when I'm on my own, it's. But okay, now I'm sitting here with you and everyone.
That's all we long for, huh? Coming together and showing up for whatever wants to come home. Nothing to change, nothing to fix, nothing to get rid of, nowhere to go, just here.
Such a deep frustration of kind of powerlessness and not able to reach someone. Man,
so understand. I so understand. We all understand that.
Yeah, sometimes I think it's better for me not to live in a house, but you know, just under the sky then. Gives me some.
In summer you can go out again.
Yeah.
If it's still relevant then.
So I'm wondering if you feel included, because I also noticed that it's an old habit or whatever to exclude people.
Oh, okay. Tune into me and tune into me and see if I feel included.
If I include you. Yeah, okay. but I can feel that you include me. And that makes it so upside down in my head. I see it's an old thing what I have learned somewhere, and then I see it, I'm doing it, and then also seeing it's not necessary, but then how to include again.
Up until now. Feels very, very beautiful to my system when you were exploring if I feel included. It was very, very sweet on my side. It felt like as if little antennas were going out from you and trying to find me. And kind of, that's Meike. That's the Meike system. My system liked that very much. And my system also loves how your system invites mine to feel yours. It's really, really nice. There's a trust in there. That's how my system would speak. It feels trusted by your system. It's really nice. It feels like a compliment, an honor, privilege.
Oh, that's nice to hear. Because my mind is telling other stories.
I know. But my system can feel the response of your system. And that's kind of the answer, your system starts breathing and it's slowing down, and it slowly but gently it shows up. And every time when we meet, it shows up more. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yeah, I saw the meeting back from November, and then you gave some feedback, and then I was wondering, is it still that way? Because I feel so much fighting with everything and the patterns, and then think, okay, almost at the point, okay, if everyone wants me to fight, I fight, Then I just start everything at zero, and it's not a nice way, but so
that's when it's in survival mode.
The last part I didn't hear.
That's what happened. That is what happens when the body or the system is in survival mode. Because when it just can relax, that's the only moment where it can actually feel connection, when it is at peace. It can't feel connection when it's in survival mode, because then it's busy with that this entity here survives. It has to separate from everything else because it's looking after itself. But the moment it relaxes again, that's the only time where it can look out and feel connection with everything. So totally natural. Yeah, see, and then it gets a breath because it gets acknowledged for its own intelligence.
Yeah, it's the friendly words, I can't create them by myself. Then I'm at a point, and it's just.
Yeah, I totally understand. When it's in survival mode, there is no friendliness because it's fight, flight, or freeze. That's all it knows. That's all. Fight, flight, or freeze.
Or collapse, that's also not possible.
Yeah, okay. That's the other one, yeah. It goes into the extreme. Yeah. But it can't relax because the chemicals are not provided for relaxing. It can only relax when there's peace, when it perceives its environment as peace. Then it can, then it can feel totally connected with everything. But when, for whatever reason, it perceives its environment as not kosher, fight, flight, freeze. That's how it's wired. It can't do anything different. It needs to go through its whole thing until it can come again like here. Okay, right now we don't. We can be so friendly with each other. Mm-hmm. We actually long for that friendliness. Oh.
Yeah, it's just...
Yeah. So it's still in survival mode. Just so you know, the system is in survival mode. For whatever reason, we don't know.
Yeah, I just hear sounds what's resonating with old stuff, and all the pictures are coming in, and
yeah. See if you can feel me again.
Yeah.
And you're open to play, Esther. That's so beautiful. Oh, just a little invitation, and there you are. I love breathing with you.
Yeah, it's also, checking that old belief from when it's invited, then there's only one reason to be invited, that's to be kicked away. So now I'm checking, I can feel you will not do it. So it's coming out that old spin again.
Yeah, wow. And you see it. And you share it with us.
Yeah, sometimes I'm a bit tired of seeing it so clear.
Yeah, because you're alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. These systems don't like to be alone.
No.
And somehow our society is like that. It's like everybody is pretty much on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah, busy. We just heard, Judith and Martin. Martin is working, and then, he's just longing for a bit of taking his breath, and then maybe, but see, he needs for holidays maybe. And you know that in your experience, I know that in my experience. It's hard. It is hard. It's full on, this being on our own the whole time and not knowing how to connect, not in this society, in our civilization culture, where you have to run from morning to evening.
Actually, for years, I'm not interested in to be at places where there's no interest to connect. It's just about everything, but not about being together.
Yeah.
And of course, what I'm doing here,
Yeah. And then here we are,
yes.
you and me. having a moment together. And our bodies, our systems love it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's in a way new to be with all this spinning around together, and the fighting and everything. And that's. And then I hear the sounds here. Then my mind is going somewhere there, and then I feel something in my system then I. Well, that's part what's not used to be together. Then what's happening in my system then, and it's a basic pissed offness or whatever. That feeling that you want to smash the whole building down,
A lot of energy, huh?
Yeah, I think it's energy. I don't know. It feels like trembling and.
Let it tremble. Let it do its thing.
I feel you there, and I'm not alone in it, and and at the same time it feels so cold inside. So it feels like darkness and cold. And it's trans.
Let's invite it to come to the fireplace.
For the warmth, you mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
for the warmth. It doesn't have to be in the cold and in the dark. Let's let it come to the fireplace. Nice campfire or whatever it likes. So it can warm up. Hot chocolate.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
Friends around.
Friends around. Singing and dancing maybe. Yeah. That's all it's longing for. Yeah.
Yeah, my mind starts to do funny things then.
Yeah.
My head.
Yeah. Then you scratch it a bit and yeah.
I also don't want
just energy.
Take all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe we should let somebody else come.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for playing, Esther.
Thanks for being with me. It's all that spinning around in me. And, yeah. But now there's, there's the vision on a fire. There is place to be. I at least I see something now.
Oh, you're so beautiful.
Thanks, everybody. I will unmute mine now.
Okay.
Hello everyone. Hey Meike.
Hi. I'm not sure. Hester.
Hi. Just wanted to say
hi.
I'm happy to be here.
Wonderful. Oh, nice to see you.
Yeah, likewise. You're so beautiful.
It is.
I can see a fear coming up for being seen by you.
I can close my eyes.
No, that's not what I mean. I see that you can fully see me also with your eyes closed.
Yes, it's true. I was cheating.
And it just, yeah, I could just see that somehow that brings a fear. And I love feeling it. And I wanted to share that, I think.
But there's something, I see only what you allow me to see. I wouldn't look any further. Everything your system doesn't want me to see, I'm not going there.
Yeah.
So just that you know.
Yeah.
And if I overstep anywhere, please let me know, because that's not my intention.
Yeah. I know that. It's just that I know that, like, of course I want to be seen fully, like everyone.
Yes. Me too. Same boat. We all long for that.
Yeah.
And funny, huh? Somehow our systems play hide and seek with each other. Huh? It's a really funny setup. like children, you know. I don't know if you've been around, but they want to play hide and seek, and then they go behind a big curtain, and everything is looking out. There's a, you just see where they are immediately. But it's so much fun. You just, oh, that's where you are. Everybody loves that game of hide and seek.
Yeah.
And you try, no, you don't see them. You pretend not to see them. It's like, no, is she here? Is she there? Or is he here or there? Maybe behind the curtain.
Yeah, I love that image. I'm standing behind the curtain.
It's so funny because with that hide and seek, we don't want to be alone. I mean, we want to play, but we still want to stay in connection. Huh? We want to feel that connection still.
Yeah.
It's not that we want to be alone in that, or cut off in that hide and seek game. No, we so want to know that we are known and seen and felt. Mm. We're actually terrified when it feels like cut off. Huh? It's terror. Mm. Mm. And I mean, the magic happens actually when the felt sense of connection is there, and doesn't have much to do with anybody else in a certain way. And our system's really fully relaxed and are here as much as possible. There is nothing else than connection, isn't it? It sees itself fully. It sees everything for what it is. It's just everything starts sparkling and becomes beautiful. And then when for whatever reason it feels cut off or threatened, I mean, it can do it for a little while, but you know, that chronic feeling disconnected, wow, it's hell. It's hell. Yeah. We're so lucky that we know that. Even though it happens to our system, but just that we know that, wow. Because we've made ourselves so wrong for for feeling disconnected, huh?
Yeah.
Mm. Oh, and then this resting together, just like this.
Yeah.
Joy.
Like getting to know each other again.
Yes. Yeah. Again and again and again.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Then we can start dancing. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Meike.
Oh, thank you so much, Esther. Nice seeing you.
Yeah. Thank you for being
And
here.
is that your doggy there?
Yes.
Oh God. See, that's resting, huh? Just melted in there. Oh, see, a little wiggle. Yes, we see you. Oh, yes. Okay.
I'll unmute myself.
Okay.
Meike?
Eva. Eva, yes.
I think Gea actually wanted to speak, but I think she left, or she is not here. I don't see her now.
Yeah, I also don't see her now.
No, I think she...
There comes her. No, Geha, are you there?
Yes, I think I see her now. Geha, would you still like to speak, or rather not?
There she is.
I will unmute you.
Hey, my darling.
Left the meeting because there was so much shame about what's here and missing that turn and but
And you came
I
back.
want to show up, I want to expose this
You're so
heart
beautiful.
that just wants to die, you know, I watch the body wanting to die. I watch the insanity. I see everything. There's such a seeing, and then there's the playing out of the patterns, and it's I've never touched insanity like this before.
No. Thank you for showing.
Such a desperate need to connect and seeing how the patterns have played just to survive, Meike.
Yes, Geha, I so understand.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. And it's coming to visit us here now. And we're here. We're showing up.
Thank God for you.
Thank
I kind of want
God.
private. I wish I had the money to have private sessions. There's so much I want to share and talk about, but so much, not enough space. And I know.
Yeah. And in this moment, there's so
It's
much
here.
space.
I'm here. I'm here.
I know. I know.
I thought Ava was going to unmute me and she didn't, and there was all confusion, but I'm just so vulnerable.
You're here right now. This is the right moment. That's all we know. Otherwise, it would be different, huh? That's our beautiful Carrie. She made that very clear.
And that mistake that happened, you know, just before that, the last words I heard was you said something about there's such terror around connecting. And I know how to connect, but to feel that I'm being felt, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, there's such a difference.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, it's such a privilege. Thank you. Thank you for showing up and bringing this.
There's so much self-destruction here. And watching how it plays, and I think I'm choosing, and I think I'm responsible, and then there's the layers, you know, but I'm seeing it, even though it's
you see it.
Unbelievable, unbelievable, unbelievable.
Yeah. 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 And you see it and you show up. Wow. Brave heart. Brave heart, Geha.
Your invitation. Thank you.
Thanks for taking the invitation. I'm so happy.
Definitely your invitation.
Yeah. Yeah. Touches my heart.
I've got nowhere else to go. My body in the throat is really bad. And I watch where it goes to lose itself in pleasure.
Yeah. Yeah. And Geha, how wonderful that it found a way to survive all that. Just a bit of pleasure, food. Oh man.
But so alone. And seeing that that will never, never, never fulfill this hole, this longing.
Yeah. Yeah. But at least, you know, it found a way. And now it finds this, you know. Now it's come into our field here. Because it's definitely tasting that there is something that's interesting. That there is an interest to meet as fully as possible. Yeah. Let us give it all the time it needs. Yeah.
And I don't want to get lost in this, but thank you.
No, you're not getting lost. No, you're just getting found. You're finding.
wonder why people take their life and don't tell anyone. You
Me
just
too.
get to a place where there's just...
Yeah. Yeah.
I understand it so deeply.
Yeah. Yes.
There's not a pride in that. There's such a seeing, you know. There's such a existential something.
Mm. Mm.
And there's such an intelligence, and it's so hard to understand how the one can be there and the other is doing this, you know. It's
Mm. 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 And then it takes a deep breath. There we are.
feel like I've got
Yeah.
a vice around my chest.
Yes. Ah. Mm.
This is what I hated Karen doing.
Yeah. So healthy what it's doing. So healthy.
Thank you.
God, you're beautiful. So beautiful.
Oh.
Let it shake. Let it do its thing.
Feels really good. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, amen.
Thank you.
Just a few people and such a strong field, huh? Me too.
Thank
Just
you,
stay
Meike.
a little longer. Just stay a little longer, Geha. Just
I
a
want
little
others
longer.
to have a turn.
I know. But this is really, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yeah.
I feel so pathetic. I'm sorry. It's not. That's just the thinking.
That's just the thinking,
the
exactly.
thoughts.
We are not sending this away. We're here. We're not sending this away. It's so precious. It's coming to visit us here. We're not sending it away. And let it shake. You know, it's so healthy. Yeah. Yeah. Let it wiggle. You're a dancer, I know. Let it dance. Yeah. So gently.
My sweetest connection with you was, if you can remember, the women's group in Fremantle, when you came that day and I talked about my dressing up and my sexuality, and you heard me and you were excited. It was like that was the most normal one-to-one. I don't know if you remember, but it just stayed so deep in my heart.
I didn't know that it stayed so deep in your heart, but I remember it. Yeah.
And you're looking beautiful, Mike. I love your hair. You're growing it longer. You've had it cut or something, but you're just looking so beautiful.
Oh, thank you, my darling. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love to Isaac.
Yes, thank you.
Please.
He's sitting next door. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's okay like this?
Yes, I need to go now.
Okay. Good.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Meike?
Yes. Oops, wait 1 second. I pressed the wrong button. I want you big. There you are.
Just like to sit with you, just.
With pleasure.
so nice if everything can just, like, there's so many things and it really doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is what I can feel sitting with you so strongly, is that like so many things come, but yeah, it really doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah. When the system is at peace, it really doesn't matter what's coming, huh? And it's just grace when it is at peace. Because you can see, you know, everyone who's speaking, man, you know, if we had a choice, we would be at peace all the time. And then in the meantime, we can just hold each other's hand, cry in each other's arms.
And then is that because sometimes the body doesn't feel at peace, maybe, but then maybe there is like a deeper peace of knowing that that is also okay. Is that is what you mean with the peace? Yeah.
That is absolute grace when that happens. Oh, wow. I mean, most of us just get constantly caught up in that human existence, huh? Which is believing in itself. So to get out of that rat race is grace. I don't know why we are so lucky. I don't know why. It's just, yeah, I don't have a better word than grace. That we at least we have moments of peace. Or we recognize, you know, wow, here we can be. We can just be. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Nothing to hide, nothing to fix or get rid of. Letting it do its thing, huh?
It's so good to be reminded of that also, because sometimes I think I'm so spoiled by having so that I like I maybe forget like how maybe rare it is, because we have the opportunity to meet with all of us so often, and
Yeah.
but it is true. Maybe some never. I can't even imagine a life like having to live all the time like that. I think I would, yeah, in that rat race. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
And when I'm sitting with you now, I can feel it even more strongly, that like all these things come floating by in a way, but if you don't, yeah, like then don't have to hold on to anything.
I mean, the nature of life is that it's changing all the time, isn't it? And then when there is peace, You just see it very clearly. It's just moving, constantly changing form and doing its dance. Sometimes stormy, sometimes totally quiet, sometimes little this, little that. So creative.
Yeah, and what is also so nice is that like trying to be good, or then defining like when you have done something good or bad. And it's so nice if it really doesn't matter if like I can feel that it's so terrible if that, like wanting to be a good person or wanting to be, that it's so much energy in that, and what the price is of that. And instead of just, oh, that's so nice, thank you for showing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It creates so
Judging is,
yeah, it creates so much more room for just, oh, that everything can be there. Yeah. Otherwise, there's always someone better than the other or something in that way.
yeah. It's always judgment.
Yeah.
Harsh judgment. Right and wrong judgment.
That mind is so
Sharp.
yeah, it's like everything. Yeah.
Up until now.
Yeah, and also I can see that it's trying to kind of like help like that. It's yeah.
It keeps itself alive through that too, huh?
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah. Almost scary if it's not there anymore, that it will lose its
Exactly.
its ground.
Yeah. As
Like
if it
how
had
would you
any
act
ground.
then? Because it keeps you kind of like into, it reins you in or something. Keeps you,
Yes.
otherwise you have no control over how you would act, and then you can go completely crazy. Like that is something.
As if you have ever had control, huh?
Yeah.
It's pretending to have.
Yeah, it really feels like that. Yeah.
I know, it believes very strongly in itself.
Yeah.
It makes up forms everywhere
Yeah.
to prove that it's real.
Wow, it's very convincing.
It
That's such a
is.
clever structure in a way.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
It's ridiculous, yeah. Pretends like that you are somebody else than me,
Mm.
and you are better than me. Oy, oy, oy. Now I have to work very hard and I can never get there. Never. Yeah.
Wow. And beyond that, that's so nice. There's so much. That's what Rumi says, isn't it? That in that field.
Yes. Yeah.
Such a relief.
Such a relief.
We then yeah, then of course there's also not, but then we're just all we are all the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then so much love.
Yeah. It just flows into everything, doesn't it? It recognizes itself in everything, everywhere, all the time. Oh.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much.
I just want to ask one practical thing, just because it feels like the with the fires and things, because it feels so difficult to be able to know how things are like outside. I know I've asked already several times, but
It's devastating what's happening. It's really, really, you know, on the level of what humans and animals and plants are going through right now, it's devastating. It's really, really terrible. There's nearly every day that people lose their homes, and I don't know how many animals are burning, and it is really, really bad. And on another level, we have no clue what's next. Huh? But we can't overstep this, what people are going through. Yeah, it's really bad. It's, you know, they also, the temperature is rising. It's like in some places they measured 49 degrees or 46. When you come down to the south, it's like, it's so hot. It's so hot. And the fire jumps from one to the other, and they're connecting because there are so many fires. I'm not sure if it's, we had rain yesterday and today. We're very, very happy about that. Yeah, it's not enough rain, but you just feel the earth doing a big sigh. So we've been very, very lucky here. Yeah, but lots of people are really, fire workers burn to death. It's like also nearly every day where somebody comes up, not home anymore, and then the government is not really doing what they could do anyway. It's not, it's a yeah, bad situation, let's say it like that. And of course we feel that too, you know. We feel, everybody feels that. I'm getting messages every day, and so we are very lucky here where we are, that up until now we can stay.
thank you for sharing.
Thanks for asking. Yeah. Blessings to everyone, blessings and prayers to everyone who lost their house or lost maybe family members, all those animals, and yeah. And then there's just gratitude that we have it relatively easy in our lives. We have enough food, we have our home, and water to drink, and not living in war zones. We have time and space to be together like this. Maybe other beings can, yeah, feel a bit of this.
So grateful.
Me too.
For all of you and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will mute.
Same here.
Someone else can. Yeah.
Thanks, Eva.
See
See you soon, huh?
Yeah.
Hello, Meike.
Oh.
Guitar. Oh, no, Therese.
Therese, how are you?
Hello. Oh, I got this wrong again. Wait. 1 second. Hello.
Hello. Thank you for being here and for everyone being here and sharing what has been said, because I'm nurtured of it.
No.
And thank you also for, just as you spoke out, to see all the good things that we have, all the things that go well in life. Yeah. Because I see I'm like struggling in daily life with things, and on the other hand, I see so much good and easiness and positive things.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love hearing that. It's so good to hear.
Mm. Yeah. Because it is here.
Yeah, it's here at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. And that makes see things for me more in perspective.
I love the way you speak.
And this, what we share here, is just touching the place where, which is supporting.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like we're finally coming together, not to judge each other, but to touch each other. To be together in whatever comes.
And experience the oneness.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's what I love with, when we come together, we also can see, just relationships or mothers with single mothers, for example. We are not made for just being with one all the time, with one other person. And you can see it's actually an overload anyway. So, in community, there's maybe, if there's 10 people, maybe there will be 2 people that can just be there when the others are all, when they are involved in other things. Or maybe there's 1, but, if everything needs to be fulfilled by one other person, it's nearly impossible in our society. Yeah? It is impossible. I see that you can be in a very conscious so-called relationship, but if it's just those two people that have to satisfy everything, it's very, very hard. So I just see, coming together and having this field, how nurturing it is for every system. Without us doing anything, we're having quality time.
We are so lucky we live now in the age that computers and that we can be together like this.
Isn't that just amazing?
Yeah.
And we feel each other, we see, the connection is the same, huh? And it's also nice to sit together in the same room, where you actually really can touch each other. But this is wonderful. This is wonderful, yeah.
I feel just connected with all the pictures I see, all the people.
Yeah, me too. With all the pictures.
Yeah. I want to thank everyone. Thank you and love.
Received. Here, at least. I'm just speaking for everyone. Received.
Now I mute myself and I give.
It is. The time is up. But Gita, you still would you like to say hello?
Hi, Meike.
Hi.
No, I have some kind of a, let me see. Oh, okay. Just wanting to say hi.
I love that.
Thank you, Meike.
Precious.
Thank you. I'm you.
Yeah. Beloveds. So precious hanging out with you all. Thank you for being in my life and showing up again and again. Deep, deep gratitude for each one of you. Or you can all unmute yourself for a moment and bubble into the microphone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Time.
Beautiful day.
Yes.
Thank you. Good night and
day,
good morning,
night.
good afternoon.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Ciao. Thanks, Eva.
Yes,
Thanks,
thank you.
Eva.
Goodbye.
Thank you, everyone.